Hi everybody, I'm Misty. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I want to share with you a recipe for pan biscuits. These are also known as ButterSwim biscuits and they're showing up a lot online right now. I've always called them pan biscuits. Let's get started. For this recipe we're going to start by preheating the oven to 450 degrees. I already have mine started. I have 6 tablespoons of butter in an 8x8 baking dish. I'm going to pop this in the oven and let the butter be melting. While the butter is melting, I'm going to go ahead and round up the rest of the ingredients. We're going to get it mixed up and we're going to get them baked up. I've gathered up all the ingredients we're going to need for the biscuits. And to start with, the recipe calls for 1 2/3 cup of buttermilk. I don't have buttermilk, so I'm going to use 1 2/3 cup 2% milk, and I'm going to add to it 1.5 tablespoons of vinegar. This is a good substitute for buttermilk. And I'm going to let this set while we mix up our dry ingredients. To the dry ingredients, we're going to do 2.5 cups of self-rising flour, I'm going to add to the flour 4 teaspoons of white sugar and a 1/2 teaspoon of white table salt. I'm just going to give that a whisk, get it mixed together. Now I'm going to add to this my 2% milk and vinegar mixture, or buttermilk if that's what you're using. Give that a good mix. This is going to be a very wet dough. As you can see, it's not dry like a traditional biscuit recipe. Everybody, I'm back. If you notice I'm wearing different clothes, it's because I am. During editing, I realized that I was out of frame and you weren't able to see cutting the biscuits or scoring the biscuits in the hot butter. So I thought I'd come back and make them again and get this part so that you can see what it looks like. So you can see that this dough is sticky. It's not a dough that you would roll biscuits. You would have to add more flour, but that's the way we want it for the pan biscuits. Butter out of the oven, and we'll add the dough into the pan with the hot butter. Okay, as soon as your butter is completely melted in your oven and bubbling, you want to remove it from the oven, and we're going to put the dough into the pan. And it is very sticky, so you'll have to scrape down the sides of the bowl and try to get all of it off the spatula. Okay, I'm going to try to spread this out to the corners. You may need to use your oven mitt. That pan is hot. And you can see why this is called ButterSwim biscuits. They are literally swimming in the butter. Once you get it pressed out to the corners, we're going to score them. I'm going to try to cut this pan into 12. So I want to start by cutting it in half. And this is going to stick to your knife. Just score it through. Sometimes you can stick it in the side, get butter on it so it doesn't stick as bad. Now I'm going to cut each of the halves in half. I'm going to turn the pan and I'm going to cut it in thirds this way. After these are baked, these cuts won't be solid, but the score should remain. All right, these are ready to go back in the oven. So now I'm going to pop these in the 450 degree oven and they're going to bake for 20 to 25 minutes. And when they come out, I'll show you how they turned out. Be right back. It's been 25 minutes and I'm gonna pull these out of the oven. I think they're gonna be great. Oh, they look delicious. Nice and brown, buttery. Those are gonna be good. The biscuits have been cooling for a few minutes and I wanted to bring you back in to show you how they look when they're cut. They look absolutely amazing. The score lines stayed in after the baking, so it's easy to follow the lines. So here is a close-up. They look absolutely wonderful. Do you make pan biscuits? Leave a comment below and tell me how you serve them. These would be absolutely delicious with jam or jelly. I think later today after dinner we will cover these with sliced strawberries and Cool Whip and have strawberry shortcake. We can give these a taste. They are soft. They have a crispy outside. They're buttery. And they're delicious. If you like this video, please hit the like button below and consider subscribing to the channel. If you have any suggestions for future videos, leave it in the comments below. I hope you have a great day. It's bad. Now I'm going to cut. Well, that was a pretty big wreck.